Hello and welcome to another Spastic Kangaroo tutorial. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Minecraft scene in Blender. And this may not be able to be all one part, but I'll try to at least get the majority of this done today. So, let's get started. We're going to be using units of one Blender unit per block, Wait just a second, let me turn on my screencast keys. Okay. And we're going to be doing it in units of one Blender unit. So if we snap to grid, we can make this equal 1 unit. Okay, so that's a perfect block. And if we press Shift Control Alt C and click Origin to Geometry, we'll get our little orange origin at the geometry again. So now let's unwrap. And if you haven't already seen it, I've done a tutorial on UV unwrapping already from last week. So we're just going to be unwrapping the cube. So right here, and then we need one to open it. Mark scene, you unwrap, and if we flip over to UV editing, we now have an unwrapped cube. Now, that's the correct way to unwrap a cube, but we're going to do something slightly cheating. Now, since we're going to be using the same textures over and over again on each side of the block, we might as well just unwrap based upon all edges. And what I mean here is we're gonna just split off each face individually and then map it to whichever image we need. So I'm gonna open my image, dirt grass block, and I'm using the official texture pack. I just stuck them all in GIMP, stuck them all together in GIMP. So let's make these square again. Okay, that looks pretty square. And now, let's just turn off snapping quickly because it doesn't work very well in the UV editor. And let's take this side. Which side is this? We're going to be using Blender Render. So, just turn it to that. I need... Where is display? Display texture solid. Okay. That's a great feature. It'll allow you to see textures even when you're not in textured view. So let's now unwrap after selecting our image. Okay. So which side is this? Okay. That's a side. So we'll just stick this in here, scale it up, and line it up to fit with the texture. Good. Now let's do it with this one. And I think this is a side one. Yep. Now just scaled up. And let's actually find all the side ones, and then we'll make them look all line up together. So here, and finally right here. Okay, that's a bottom texture, so we don't worry about that one for now. This is the side one. Okay, and that one is upside down, so let's flip it. I think that, yeah, another one's upside down too, so let's go through each one of these. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, that's it. So we need to flip that one around. Okay, and we'll merge these. Scale 0. Does essentially the same thing. And this will save a lot of time later if we ever need to change the texture, or if we just want to map a different one on a different object. This UV map will be a lot easier to use since it's all the same sides. Now this one is the top, so let's put it over on the top one, scale it up. And do the same for the bottom one. Okay, so now we've got this blurry, sort of crappy looking Minecraft block. And if we render right now, we won't get anything on it, and that's because I forgot to add a texture. So let's just quickly do that. And let me add some ambient occlusion quickly so we don't have to have super dark shadows. Okay, so we're going to go to the textures panel, add an image map, use this image, and select UV for texture coordinates. Now if we render, we have this blurry, crappy looking Minecraft block. And Minecraft is pixely. That's sort of the goal. It looks retro, I guess. And it's cool, personally. I think it looks pretty cool. But it doesn't look like that right now. And that's because we're using both. We have to go to image sampling. And we're using both interpolation, which you want to uncheck, and filter. You want to set the box if it isn't already, and set the filter size to a very small number. And I think 0.1 is the lowest you can go. So set it to 0.1. And now, when you render, it looks great. It's like very blocky and pixely, which is the goal. So now let's quickly texture a few other ones. And the other ones are going to be easier because we can just use... here, let me duplicate this one actually. And now, if we can snap to the grid, and it'll move exactly one block away. So it'll be super easy to build the world when we get there. So let's make a new material and name this one Dirt. This is going to be the original grass dirt. We want a separate texture for this guy. And let's go to UV editing again. That is the right one. Okay. So image, open, and now I'm gonna go to my textures. There it is. Open. So let's unwrap this again. But this time we can just make them all line up the same way. Turn off snapping quickly. What's it grabbing? Mark seam. I'm marking all seams. So now if we unwrap. Oops. And then we're gonna just... Oh wait, if we use snapping, will that help anyway? No, it just puts it out of whack with the rest of them. So let's just not do that. What? Selecting both. I found if it does that, you can just scale them apart and then select one. Which is really weird, but you might have to do that because it selects both. Okay. I guess it's considering them merged because they're so close. Okay, so that's one. And these guys are being considered connected too. So let's scale them apart. Oh wow, 3. If you know of a way preventing that, please comment below. That would be really nifty to know. So yeah, let's just get these guys apart. I haven't been able to post any videos recently. I've had a lot of schoolwork. And I know I said that last week, but I still had a lot. So, and I've been sick, so I can't speak sick. So I'm sorry for not posting any videos this week. Hope I can make it up with this video today. So let's just now. Wait, actually, if we say U reset, problem solved. It sticks all the squares on top of each other if you click reset. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's go quickly fix the filter size and turn off interpolation. So image, dirt, and off with interpolation. Change it to box, filter size 2.1. And now, if we render, we will get both a grass cube, and I forgot to set that to UV map. Wait, no, not that. Mapping, UV. Alright, here we go. So now if we render, we get our grass cube, our grass dirt cube, and we should be getting just a dirt one right next to it. There we go. So now let's quickly just swap in another image for the stone one. So let's change that one to stone. Make sure when you create a new, whenever you're duplicating it and you're going to change things, make sure to click the button that says, the number button, probably 2 or 3 on it, and click that. So you get a separate texture. Otherwise, you'll be editing both this texture and the texture of the old one. So we don't want that. Let me just open a new image. And this time we want stone. Down there it is. Bleh. Okay. So now we can render this, and we'll get. Actually, let me just change my render area. Shift B. You can select which bit to render. And even though it looks like it's still dirt in the viewport, it's because I didn't change the UV map, which I can do quickly. If I go to here and select stone instead. Stone. There. Alright. So now you can make as many of these as you want. We'll do one more for example purpose. This time we'll do TNT. Actually, funny enough, I have never played Minecraft. Just watched playthroughs. So, let me see. I'm gonna have to quickly slap together the 4 images that we need in GIMP. So, just a second. Okay, so I made that TNT texture. And let me open it up. I shoot my arrows in the air sometimes, saying hey yo, creepers KO. Okay, so, sorry. Captain Sparkles. Alright, so let me just select these edges and move them because I put it in backwards. TNT is right here, and let me turn off snapping. Okay, and select this guy and move him to the bottom. There we go. So now we've got TNT. And if we go to our texture settings, let me make a separate material, TNT. I want to blow it all up, every mountain, every valley, ruler of the world. All the animals will fear me. TNT. Okay, sorry. Ah, shoot. See, I messed up. I forgot to make this a separate texture. TNT. So let's quickly go back to this guy and make sure to turn him back to the dirt grass block texture. And now we get this. And you can do this with as many blocks as you want. And there are some transparent ones. So what you'll do with those is, I'll time lapse this bit. But what you're going to do is essentially load them in. Actually, you know, I'll just do it quickly. I'll copy this. And I'll probably do like a tree texture, so we'll see where the tree texture is. That's leaves. I don't really want to have to color it though. We'll do grass. Then. Okay. File, import. Oh wait, I need to turn on open as layers. So Control-Alt-U, and it's an add-on. I love this add-on. Import as. Oh. Everything's in testing. Images. Import images as planes. Yeah, that's it. So check that, and then if you click import images as planes, and then go find wait, no, not that one. Blocks. Yes. Okay, so we want grass. Something grass. Or crops, maybe. And we'll do it when it's halfway through. Yeah, we'll do that one. Or dead bush. Anyone will work. We'll do dead bush. And in Minecraft, okay, so when it imports, since these things are in a pixel level, you want to scale them up a lot. And it should be about the size of one block, give or take. There we go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go to your material settings. Okay, and it makes it separate, by the way. So now what you're going to do is you're going to set alpha to 0, turn on transparency, Z transparency, alpha 0, and then in your textures, you're going to scroll down to influence, and then in diffuse, check alpha. And now if you view both the material and this thing, you'll see that you get a sort of vague puffy thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to, again, turn off interpolation, box, filter size, 0.1. Now if we render, let me just quickly rotate this guy. Oh wait, which way is up for him? Can't tell. I think it's that way. And then duplicate, rotate Z 90, because that's how it looks in Minecraft. And I think it's double-sided. If not, it won't show up right. Yeah, that's it. It's double-sided. And that's what it looks like. Let me just move this down quickly so you guys can see it. Control J, because we want one mesh. We don't have to worry about both meshes. So view cameras. And we're going to move this guy right here. Okay. So I don't think too much alpha is showing through, but there might be some. And if that's happening, yeah, you want to calculate alpha, because otherwise it'll do it wrong. There we go, that looks better. So now we have a dead bush. And again, it's the same way for all of the bushes and grass and crops and stuff. Okay. So we're at 20 minutes. I'm going to have to pause this tutorial, but next time, let me just save it. I'll start putting these blend files up on Blend Swap. I'm not sure when. It might not be today. I might do it only at the end. But for now, we'll yeah, I'll be putting them up at some point. So this is going to be Minecraft tutorial. Alright, So next time, I'll teach you guys how to make items like swords and stuff. And after that, I'll go through characters and pigs and creepers and stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Chucky_S or at Spastic King, and we'll see you all next time.